I came up with this idea, I don't know, feel like 20 years ago, probably about 10 or 12 years ago, in the middle of making a documentary for Universal. And I was just very intrigued with the story of Carl Laemmle Jr. Ever since I was a kid, I knew whatever at that time was there to be known. And I was a very big proponent for classic history and the sort of the unsung heroes of cinema, and I believe that Carl Laemmle Jr. was one of those people. So I took it upon myself to, research it, and then felt like I could take it on as a script. And it took about 10 years or so of research, and that's international research. That's really a lot of digging in areas that nobody probably had ever explored, and speaking to people that knew Carl back in the 1920s and 30s, and most of those people now are all dead. I mean, luckily I had a chance to talk to people over the course of time that were making movies in the 30s and 40s and that knew him. And so there was probably a 2-year period of writing an outline that would then be transferred into a treatment, synthesizing characters and figuring out how to best dramatically tell this story in a way that was both compelling and truthful. And then that took about 2 years to actually write the script, because I went through various drafts until I felt like it was worthy of being submitted to Scriptapalooza. This is not the first script that I've written. This is probably my 7th or 8th. But as a producer and a documentary filmmaker and a short filmmaker, I've been involved in writing, and both dramatically and also nonfiction for the last 25 years. So taking my film history background, my screenplay background, my producing background, having been in members of writers' rooms, I've been around the best, and I took all of that and tried to do what I could to ensure that my script was, again, worth being read. My advice to other writers is to have a reason for writing what you're going to write. Have a passion and a drive, sure, but have a voice, and make sure that voice is yours, and you really, really want to spend the time to invest in your characters, so that we as the reader and the potential filmmakers are going to want to invest in the characters you've created and the stories you want to tell. So, know your story inside and out better than anybody else can, and that takes a lot of work. And if it's a historical piece like mine, you better do your homework, because it comes across if you don't. I had wanted to enter Scriptapalooza a while back, but I just felt the script wasn't there, and it just took a lot of rewriting, as scripts do. And ultimately, it got to the place where I felt it was worthy of being read. So thank you very much, Scriptapalooza, for accepting me and ranking me, or choosing me and placing me that high. It's a very great honor, and I hope others also feel that the story is worth telling. Thank you for reading.